Happy Sunday. All right, let's do a little tap in for the collective. Now that we are past the 4th of July and we are going deep into July, I want to do a little tap in for the week for Monday motivation tomorrow. And as always, we are not supposed to be engaging in low frequency behaviors, interactions, etc. Do not engage unless the conversation or whatever can be done from a place of love, care, curiosity. And of course, first and foremost, are you taking care of yourself, your health? Are you sleeping? Are you resting? Are you eating enough? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sun? Etc. Like, we have to be taking care of ourselves top notch right now, for real. Because if we don't, if we can't keep our health good, then we can't do anything for anybody else. And I think we need to kind of take note about, kind of look at the animal kingdom and how they function. They don't have a narcissistic bone in their bodies. They don't function that way. They function for survival. They function for nurturing of themselves and others, self-care, for their communities. And I think that's something that we forget, and it's very important because the world at large is conditioning everyone to feel completely separate from one another. And even in the animal kingdom, strange bonds form between unlikely species. And if that can happen with animals who do not have like the cognitive abilities that we have, then because we have those cognitive abilities, we also can form bonds with people, others that are different from us, through care, love, kindness. Okay? We need to be doing that. So first card we're going to pull, it's from a deck called the Roast Iconic Oracle. And I think it's important, we need to check ourselves sometimes. And since the world at large, the energy that abounds is heavy, we're going to see if there's anything coming up in us that maybe is of low frequency this week that we can change. 2 cards popped out. Feral Fashion Witch. Okay, so like, don't be super self-involved and only focused on your appearance and how you might look. You know, don't be like a feral cat, just like running around solely just for you and how you want to be perceived. Don't be a feral cat. Don't be a feral cat. Looks be deceiving. You know what I'm saying? Looks be deceiving. So just remember that. Focus more on your insides than on your outsides. Because if you focus more on your insides, you won't be a feral cat. Okay. All right. So, of course, as always, this might not be for you at all. Some of it might resonate with you. Some of it might not. But this is for the collective. Let's see what we might be met with this week. A little bit of Monday motivation after the holiday. Let's see what we might be met with. Dreams. Okay, so we have to pay attention to our dreams this week. Psychological dreams while we're sleeping, and the dreams that we have set forth goals for. Okay? This week, we're going to be met heavy with this energy. So pay attention to your dreams, psychological and otherwise, because they are at the fore this week. Okay. And in order for us to be able to focus on our dreams, remember our dreams, to be goal-oriented towards our dreams, what can we let go of in order to do that? What can we let go of in order to be able to focus more on our dreams as we need to this week? Stay very focused. These cards are like sticking. Wow. You know, this card popped out once and I put it back and it came out again. So what do we need to let go of? It says life purpose. See that tree is like that? It's as above, so below. Letting go of the extreme attachment and hold you have on how your life purpose and your dreams are supposed to play out. Obviously, I'm guilty of this. I have it all planned out. Does it ever go that way? Nah. But you always work towards your goals. So we are definitely focusing heavy on our dreams and our life purpose, but we absolutely have to let go of the attachment, like the extreme attachment to how it is supposed to play out. This week is very heavy with energy for forward movement, okay? What can we call in to help us not be so rigid in our attachment? What can we call in to help us with this energy? Right, of course. Psychic abilities. Okay. So the more neutral our energy is, the more capable we are of focusing and hearing our innate intuition and our innate knowledge. And the more neutral our energy is, the more likely we will be able to have dreams that help us and remember them. And of course, as always, we increase our intuition and our ability to receive wisdom from out of the blue through daily practices of being still, being in silence, through meditation. That's just it. It's just meditation. I mean, we can do prayer, but there is a difference. And I'm saying this specifically for the innate wisdom and the cellular changes that meditation brings. This is science. I'm not making this up. Meditation does something chemically to your brain and to all of your neurons firing, and it literally can change brain pathways and your frequency. Like, measurably, this has been measured. And in doing so, you change your field. You change your electromagnetic personal field, and you gain the ability to have more synchronicities, receive more of what you want, signs, symbols. Like, it just flows better because you have spent time in a neutral, peaceful place, allowing yourself to feel free of overthinking and extreme attachment. I know it's very hard. I know, trust me. I've been doing it for a lot of years. And when I first started, I could only do like 2 minutes at a time before I felt like I wanted to jump out of my skin. So, however you can get yourself into a neutral meditative place where you feel peaceful, maybe you get goosebumps and you can breathe, take some of those natural, nice, cleansing, deep breaths, get to those places this week, because it is going to help you receive the information you need to stay on track for your dreams and life purpose and not be super rigid about how it's happening. If we can do that, what we receive through this week the gift in all of that this week. The gift in all of that this week. Of course, 2 cards came out. Love and transformation. We're always in some kind of process of, turning into some kind of a butterfly or something. We are always in the process of some kind of transformation. So just know that this week is all about loving yourself as much as possible, finding as much time to devote to your well-being as possible, because we need to be in joyful places, create neutral energies away from overthinking, overdoing, and too much focus on the self. So fill this week with peace, calm, love. Focus on your goals, and we know our life purpose, hopefully. And if you don't, get neutral this week. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't be super rigid about any of it. The rigidity in how we achieve our goals and how we get there is what slows us down. Okay, so let's see. Blessings for the week. Let's see, what kind of blessings do we get in this week? A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I sprained my ankle yesterday. I was riding my bike. I just stepped off weird and my ankle went. It's happened a billion times. It's a little bit swollen and it's sore. So, thank you. I need this card. But also, this is like exactly what I'm saying. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. Our health and well-being has to be top priority. That's just how it is. And we cannot take care of others if we are not well ourselves. So I know that's really a lot easier said than done sometimes, but we have to. We literally don't have a choice. Because if we don't, things happen. And then we're down for the count. So we aren't completely focusing on ourselves in a narcissistic way. We are only focusing on our health and well-being. We're not being dismissive of others. We're not avoiding things at all. But if there is something that someone wants us to address and we don't feel like we can right now, we're just going to say, hey, I hear you, but can we please talk next week? You know what I mean? We can compromise in these ways. Because this week we really can. I don't even know if you can hear me because of these motorbikes. But see? Can't just always focus on... See, that's literally playing out the rigidity of how I'm expressing my life purpose and my dreams. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? There's going to be splinters. There's going to be thorns on the rose. It's not always going to go how you want it to go as planned. And I think that's important. One of the 7 spiritual laws of success is the law of detachment. Because uncertainty is essential and your path to freedom. But that doesn't stop us from every day taking the steps to better health and towards our goals. Have a good week.